Cindy, one of the reasons I wanted to interview you is because I think there is some inspiration for those who are just beginning their journey to see into the future and to see how time can heal wounds, how people can create an opportunity and a different life ahead. One of the most common things I see when I have someone going through divorce in my office is just being so inside that and not being able to see how there can be a different life in the future. I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your personal experiences before we get into how this has shaped your coaching practice. So why don't you tell us just a little bit about what your state of mind was when you and your ex-husband decided to get separated? What were your fears and your experience when you were going through separation?
Oh, that was a big one. Fears. I think it was all fear. I think it was all the fear of the unknown, the fear of what was next, because I had put my career on the back burner and become a mom. And I had married into a very comfortable lifestyle and an affluent family, not coming from one myself. So what was this going to look like for me? And was this really the right decision for me? You know, I had to really sit in myself and think, why am I doing this? And is it for the right reasons for me? And I was terrified, so terrified that I didn't really know what path to take. And it's very emotionally taxing experience and decision right off the get-go. And most of the time, the one who chooses to leave the marriage is the one who's sort of shunned or shamed or socially shamed, I guess, because of that decision. There's a lot surrounding the taboo of divorce and why people do it, and can you make it work, and why are you leaving? And I think that a marriage has so many different layers behind it that by the time a decision like divorce comes to the surface, we don't know how they got there. And there obviously was a lot of things percolating over the years that end up resulting in a decision like divorce. It's not something that just happens. It's not a random decision. It's not wake up one morning and be like, oh, I think I'm done here. I'm going to get a divorce. There's a lot of back and forth, especially for women. There's a lot of research that is done with how women think, and that by the time they actually make that decision, they have left the marriage and they've almost grieved the loss of that marriage far before they leave the marriage. So for me, emotionally, that is where I was at, but fear-based, I had no idea what was ahead of me. I didn't have a job. I had to go back. I didn't know if I had to go back to school. I didn't know what this would look like, because hurt and anger and pain can cause a lot of things to happen in the process that causes even more fear and doubt going forward. It makes you question your decisions about whether or not this is the right thing to do. And society can also help put a bit of that doubt in your mind as well, as whether or not this is the right thing to do. But I had to sit with myself through all of that doubt and pain every day and just listen to myself. What is it that I'm doing? And is this the right thing? And you listen to your instincts. And I had to bring myself back to myself every day and remind myself what I was doing this for. And that's what kept me moving forward.
Wow, really finding a lot of inner strength there.